Eric Goldstein, you freaking legend. Dave Hill, my head coach in fat loss and muscle building. Boys, how are we?
Doing good, doing good, doing good. Excited to be
Brilliant.
here as
Thank
always.
you.
So you just now said, and I said, Eric, hold it, save it for let me press record. And you were saying, oh, how amazing things are and how great you feel. You just said, oh, sorry. And I said to you, never say sorry for being enthusiastic about life.
Right.
One thing that Dave and I have both noticed so much in these last 7 weeks, you seem more. There's more of you, more energy, more. Is pizzazz the right word, Dave? Would you say the word pizzazz?
Oh,
I can't think.
100%.
You've just
This is
you've just got it. You've like it's like somebody's got a plug, electric, I don't know, plug up your ass, and you just got loads of fucking energy, man. It's like, mate, I love it, buddy. Never be sorry for being animated and excited about life.
Well,
this
thank
is
you. I really
exactly why I
appreciate
wanted to get on another call with you, Eric, because after our call the other week, I was honestly quite taken aback with just how much you're just shining. So
that.
you are. I've got no other word for it.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. Seriously.
Dave said, this has changed your life. Right?
100%.
Amazing. How? What's changed? Eric from 8 weeks and beyond ago to Eric now. What's different?
God, where do I begin? I mean, for starters, my mental state has been a lot better. I realized that even though I wasn't necessarily taking in like as many calories as I am now, I wasn't eating good. I was always eating out. I was eating fast food. I was eating processed food, and I was eating a lot of stuff and putting stuff in my body that just wasn't making me feel good. And in return, because I wasn't feeling good, I wasn't giving out my best to my family, to my business, to everything. And so I knew something had to change. And the second I got the opportunity to join this program, I told myself, all right, we're going to go gun ho. We're going to give 110% every single day, even when we don't feel like it, because that's what we want to do because of our end goal and what we want to be able to do. And so since I've started, I mean, I've been locked in on my nutrients. I've been locked in on my workouts. I've tried to push myself every single workout, trying to push myself
No, no,
further.
no. You haven't tried. You have.
I have. Yeah.
Believe me, bro. Eric, from the I don't. There are some words I don't do, and the T word, the try word is what I don't. Because you haven't tried. You've just fucking done it, man. You've smashed it, bro. You've smashed it.
And I've come to realize that with what I've been trying to do, I had
Ah,
a
you just did it again. You're
Did
not
it
trying. You're
again.
doing it.
okay,
What
with
you are
what I'm
doing? What you
planning
are
to
doing.
do, with what I'm planning to do in the future, I have a way bigger support system than I initially thought I did. Just to give some reference, I mean, my end goal here is that I want to be able to wrestle professionally. I want to be able to get into a ring, be able to wrestle a match, even if it's just one. Like, if it's one, I'm happy. Okay, cool. But now the fact that I've actually gotten to know a lot of people in the industry and now telling them, like, hey, this is what I'm doing. This is what I want to do. And finding out that their responses are, do it. Like, keep going. Like, let's go. And like, when I show them like my progress and everything, they're like, yeah, keep going. And just having that extra little bit of support means so much in the world. And I don't think a lot of people understand that so much. And the other thing I've learned is you just got to be patient in life. This entire program and the gym itself has taught me patience is very key. Now, obviously, if you want something, you got to go for it. But the thing is that there are certain things in life that if you want it to happen, then it's a matter of consistency. It's a matter of staying disciplined, and it's a matter of having good patience. And I've learned to bring that aspect into my business. I've learned how to bring that aspect into my personal life. And it's just been very enlightening. And I've honestly had more energy, I think, just because of all the carbs now I'm eating, because I wasn't eating really any carbs before. And I was mostly drinking coffee, and I didn't realize how much that was actually detrimenting me. And now I'm more so, I'll have a energy drink, but I make sure that the energy drink I drink is even like, naturally produced, doesn't have taurine in it. So I don't have to worry about, heart failure or kidney failure. And it's a decent amount of caffeine that'll keep me caffeinated throughout the entire day. And I'm not needing like 3, 4, 5, 6 more. So
Because your energy is up and you're drinking more water, you're getting
that
proper nutrients
too.
in your body, you're exercising, you're working out. Like, it's not normal for us as human beings, men, especially our age, right, to feel shit. It's not normal. That's abnormal. It's because the things we put in our mouth and our lack of movement. Now,
Yep.
with you, we've rectified both. We're giving you good food, making you drink water, teaching you the importance and the reasons why you do it, and also getting you moving, getting you lifted, working out, activity. That's why you feel so much better. Like you're living like a man is supposed to live. That we've
Yeah.
forgotten in society, mate. So with you, mate, we're putting size on, putting muscle on. You've put on 8 pounds, right, of size in 7 weeks.
I'm still kind of shocked to say that.
Like, and this is of course not all muscle. It takes time. You said you got to be patient. You got to build muscle. We are all supercars. Right? We are beautiful machines, and some of us abused our cars, and you did by not eating enough and not on the right food. But you're now looking at yourself as a supercar and fueling it appropriately. Right, and
Yes.
that's the way to come up, and that's why you look good and you feel good. And the weight you've added is good weight. You look so much better for it. The 8 pounds extra, you look great.
Yeah, no, and I honestly feel great. Like, I could honestly say this is one of the first times in almost a decade that I genuinely feel comfortable taking my shirt off in public. And it's mostly just because, like, before, like, I wasn't like, okay, I can't say I wasn't embarrassed. I was kind of embarrassed of how I looked just because I was very skinny. It was to the point where you see my ribs. I mean, you guys remember my first photos, and I just didn't like it. I didn't like how I looked at all. And I never realized how big of a difference 8 pounds could make. Like now
And again, it's just 7 weeks.
uh,
7 weeks. We've got a long time left to go. And imagine where you're going to be at the end, making this incredible start.
I was just way too skinny. And now over the last few weeks, I've been building muscle. I've been building more confidence in the gym. I mean, just today, like, I'm on the lat pull down and I'm doing 3 sets of 12 at 100 pounds. And I'm like, what the fuck? When the hell did I do this before? Like, I couldn't even remember doing that in high school. And even the other day, I'm doing leg press and I'm just putting on like a caddy and then like a couple, like about like 80 pounds each side. And I'm knocking out leg press like it's nothing. And my wife reminds me, she's like, you remember the machine's like 50 pounds, right? And I'm like, are you telling me I just leg pressed 210? And she's like, yeah, you did. And I'm like, okay. And I'm like, let's go. And it's like, when I find out that type of stuff, like instead of getting scared, I'm like, all right, how much more can I do? And now that the limitations I thought my body had, it wasn't necessarily that my body had those limitations. Just like you said, I wasn't taking care of my body the way I was supposed to.
Yeah.
And now that I am, now I'm finding out, oh, shit, okay, I guess there is a lot more that I can do. Right.
Let's take this bad boy for a spin and see what it can really do.
Exactly. And that's really been my goal now, is just like, ever since I've been seeing all the progress, I'm like, okay, let's see how far we can go and just like keep going until the brakes fall off pretty much.
You mentioned a minute ago, Eric, confidence in the gym. Now, I say this all the time. I relate everything to boxing because boxing is what I've done for a long, long time. Best boxing is what I know, right? Wrestling as well. Wrestling works, and the gym works for Dave. And Dave has gone on his own spiritual, emotional, physical journey where he was very defensive, shy, embarrassed by the way he looked, and he's gone on this wonderful journey. Ultimately, whether it's boxing, wrestling, the gym, when you become more confident at that thing, in my experience, for myself, with Dave, with the hundreds of clients we've worked with, that confidence is echoed in real life.
Mm-hmm.
So this extra confidence you have in the gym, has that been echoed in real life as well? And how is it echoed, and what's been different now since a few months ago?
I mean, yeah, no, it's completely echoed into real life. I have way more confidence whenever I'm talking to my clients. I have a bit more authority in the way I speak to people, if that makes sense. Not like in a way where like I'm putting them down, but just more so have a bit more confidence in the way
You have stature. You have Jermaine.
Exactly.
This is what you've done. You've gained self-respect. You respect
Yes.
your body. You treat it accordingly. You fuel it accordingly. You've taken away the sugar and the shit and given the nice stuff. And because you treat yourself in a certain way, you see yourself in a certain way. When you meet people, you have a certain presence and a stature because you're a business owner. And Dave, well, I'm coming to you in a minute, but this is for the wrestling fans here now. You said to me before we pressed record, you're meeting a very well-known person in the world of wrestling tomorrow.
Yes. Yes, I'm going to be meeting Vince Russo tomorrow. I'm very excited, to say the least. Also very nervous. I got butterflies, not even going to lie. He's somebody who I've watched since back in WCW when he was working for them, and then when he went over to TNA, and then when he went over to WWE for a little bit. And also, well, since he has his own podcast as well. The last place I ended up expecting him to end up is a wrestling company full of juggalos, but it's 2026. Anything can happen now. But it's it's really God, like my brain is just blown right now with just the amount of opportunities that have been coming my way.
And that's the thing. I spoke to Carl again, program director, earlier about something very different. And it's about the cost of an action. So let's cost what it costs. There's a price for a service and there's a cost for doing nothing, right? And like when you bet on yourself, when you invest on yourself, when you push yourself and you push yourself to the limit, you get things happen to you that you
Mhm.
don't expect to happen before, right? You have to invest and improve yourself. And you're going to go into this meeting tomorrow, mate. And you're going to walk in there. You're going to be an inch and a half taller, yeah, emotionally than you were before. You're going to be stronger, shoulders going to be broader. You're now going to be walking into a room that you now believe, oh, I belong in this room, rather than, I've been to,
Right.
me and Dave spoke about this literally an hour ago, talking to somebody else. This is way more than losing weight or building muscle. This is way more. This is a whole life level up.
Mhm.
What I love working with business owners, right, like yourself, I love it when a year goes by, they go, I doubled revenue. Now, why did you double revenue? Because you became better. Then when you become better, you want more. Then when you want more, you get more, or you deserve more because your self-respect goes up. I love it working with people like yourself, husbands and fathers, right? My relationship is stronger. Why? Because you become better and you want more. And there's not one area in somebody's life that won't massively improve working with us. Well, when you come in and give it the way that you give it. Why? Because you become better. And then when you become better, mate, everything becomes better. And I'm just so proud to have you here, just doing so well. And Dave, finally, mate, I'm going to pass it over to you. You talk.
Rick, I could sit here talking to you all day because you just make us happy. You motivate us. You make me feel like I wanna get up and go to the gym because you're
Good.
just you're you're so energetic. Yeah.
No,
Alright,
I'm glad to be that kind of I'm glad to bring that kind of energy to people. I mean, that's
Mhm.
the other thing I've been trying to do, not even necessarily like where it's like, okay, I need to be more positive. Like it kind of just happened where I'm like, okay, I see people not feeling the best. I want to be that positive light. And I try my hardest. And I've also learned through this process that there are just some people you can't help, unfortunately. But I've also realized you can't give all your
Well,
energy to those people. I've been noticing that my mood has been a lot better. My emotional state has been a lot better. Conversations, honestly, with my wife and family overall have been a lot better. I mean, my wife definitely has been noticing the changes in me. I mean, that's like one of the main things like now that I do regularly is because like, after I get back from the gym and after I take a shower, I'm like still a little hot. So like I'll come down in like my shorts and just like have my shirt off still. And I'm literally just sitting there eating my breakfast, and I just see her like staring at me, looking up and down, and I'm like, "Are you everything okay?" And she's just like, "Uh-huh." She's like, "I'm just enjoying the view." And I'm like, "Oh dear God." And I'm like, "Hey, at least I know it's working."
like, we're laughing and we're joking, right? We're laughing and joking about it. And thank you for that story. And how long have you been married to wifey?
It's been over a year now, but we've been together for a little over 6 years.
Well, right. Who doesn't want their wife partner to find them more attractive?
Exactly.
Who doesn't want that? Because that makes you feel good. Mate, I'm generally getting goosebumps again. That's twice now. That's twice, buddy. Honestly. Oh, this is why we love what we do. Like this is why we love Dave. This is why we love what we do.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm honestly, I'm so happy. Dave's right, mate. You have this, and I want you to take this into your meeting tomorrow and every meeting you go into. You have this captivating energy and spirit people want to be around. Like honestly, man, like you have this energy, and as I said at the top of the call, I've seen it grow week and week on the Sunday calls when you come week after week. There's more of you. There's more of you. There's more energy to you, and it's just amazing. It's a beautiful thing, buddy. It really is, and I want you to be very proud of yourself because we're very proud of you, right? And putting on 8 pounds correctly and properly, like you have done, putting on 8 pounds of weight isn't easy, and you've done it properly, and you look great, and you've eaten well, and it's good weight you've added on, and it's like, it's awesome, buddy. You've really come in, you've stuck to this, and you've worked hard. I'm glad your wife is getting the best of you. I'm glad your clients are getting the best of you. I'm glad your family are getting the best of you. And like I said earlier, we've got a long way to go. Imagine where you're going to be in a year, man. Imagine where
Oh,
you're going
dude, I'm so excited. Like, I know now, like, since we're only in month 2, I'm like, gee, I'm like, we still have another 10 months to go. I'm like, I can only imagine what I'm going to
Yeah.
look like in 10 months.
This is the main point
to.
that gets me. It's, you're 7 weeks in, and looking at you, mate, you'd think it's been a lot longer, but just imagine where we will be in that
Yeah.
year's time. Unbelievable.
Eric, what are some of the things you like about the program? Like why for you is it working so well? Anybody else watching this?
Honestly, I feel like for me, the reason why the program's working so well is one, with your diet when you're eating your daily meals. They don't all have to be the same. It doesn't all have to be chicken breast and broccoli and white rice. Like, you can play around with your meals, but just like, even if it's stuff that you normally would eat, do it, but make sure that it's within your macros. For example, if you wanted burgers, okay, just do it without no buns and make sure that the meat is like 93.7 or 95.5. Like, make sure that the fat content is not that high, and boom, you still get your burgers. And it's a matter of having the discipline and having the understanding that if you want certain things to happen in life, then there are certain sacrifices that you also have to make. Like, for example, I'll completely admit right now, I was the biggest fiend for peanut M&Ms. Literally every single night I'd eat at least a bag. Not even joking. So that was probably the hardest thing cutting out. Like, the first 2 weeks, like, I was like, okay, I need a bag on me. But, now hitting like week 6, 7, like, I'm not really having those sugar cravings anymore. I'm not having really any type of candy craving anymore. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm probably going to have my takeaway meal this Saturday. And when I do, it's probably going to be some dessert type thing because I haven't had a dessert thing in a while.
And that's the
But
thing. And that's the thing. I mean, there's no but, because you
go,
can have it and you should have it and you should enjoy it. If somebody has a takeaway, right, and it's once every 4 to 6 weeks, well, now it becomes a treat. It's nice because it's one.
exactly.
If ever 3 times a week, it's not a treat anymore. It's like Wednesday, Friday.
So it's basically figuring out that balance between everything that I figured out. And I mean, have fun with it, honestly. Like, don't think that the diet is a job. Don't think that it's work. Have fun with it.
Have
And
fun.
that's really what's been helping me a lot, is I've been having fun with it. Like, I've been trying to figure out some more fun recipes that would be something that, like, even my daughter would be okay with eating. Like, it's definitely opening up my mind to, like, what different types of things you can substitute in order for it to not be so bad for you. No.
Last question for you today. So, anybody watching this that also wants to get this feeling that you have, but they're sitting on the fence, it might not work for me. It's okay for Eric, work for him, but I've tried in the past and I failed, so it might not work for me. What can you say to that person and you sitting on the fence right now?
I will tell them that I was the same exact person about 3 months ago. So just know that realistically, as long as it's something that you put the effort into, then it can happen. Realistically speaking, I always try to tell people, just because of everything I've been able to do with my business, if it's something that you believe in and if it's something that you genuinely feel that you are able to do, then you are able to make it happen. I'd say there's never a bad time to get your life started. There's never a bad time to make it better. There's never a bad time to get yourself healthier. And just remember, the healthier you are, the longer you're here.
And that was advocate. They'll say, "Oh yeah, but the cost, the price." What can you say about that? The how you're feeling now, I guess what I'm asking is was it worth the investment?
Yes. No, it was completely 100% worth the investment. And I'll say that I had the same exact thought. But at the end of the day, there are ways around it. You guys, like, you did. I mean, I'm prime example of doing absolutely everything and anything just to get me in. You guys are actually sit there and be like, okay, how can we make this happen for you? Like, what is it that we need to do in order for this to become affordable for you? And that's rare. Like, and then when I say rare, I mean never. Like, that never happens ever in
Do
this
you know?
industry.
Do you know why, mate?
I could tell it's because you guys love it so much.
Well, yeah, for two reasons. We do, and especially this goes to all my guys, and and myself and Kyle on the front end. We actually give a shit. Like, we really care. Like, we do care. Like, we know what we do works. This works time and time again. All you gotta do is come in and have a go and communicate with us, because we really care and we know the difference it makes in people's lives. And ultimately, some people need a bit of a push and a bit of encouragement to get going. Most people come in like you, man, and smash it. And those that do, I guess, man, you saw earlier, like, you can say things, you can say words, right? What you can't do, you can't fake getting goosebumps when one of your clients get an amazing result because you genuinely feel emotional about somebody doing really, really well. You can't that's unfakeable. So
No.
that's just proof that we all really care, man. Really glad you're here. And on that note, buddy, we're gonna wrap up today because we could be here for 3 hours. Because, like Dave said, you're a lovely
I
man.
could talk to you
You're
all
a mate
day.
to talk to, buddy. Thank you so much for doing so well, and we've still got 10 months to go. I cannot wait to see the machine you become way before the 10 months is out, but at the end. And not just that, I can't wait to see how your family and your relationships with your wife and your daughter, how that continues to improve, and your business as well. That's one metric that we can really look at and go, wow, isn't it funny how when you start feeling really good, your business starts propelling as well. That's what I'm looking forward to seeing, mate, as well as anything else. So, buddy, well done, sir, and have a lovely evening.
Thanks. You too, brother.
Thank you, Eric.